Online culture is growing fast as the internet becomes more decentralized and democratized with Web3. How will that affect pop culture? Here's where you can find out. Give it up for Paul Snijder, founder at Cloud Citadel Network. With a ton of experience working on NFT projects, Paul knows it's vital to not just have a community around his work, but to make sure the one you build is sustainable too. He's sharing his tried and true formula for doing just that now.
Hey everyone, my name is Paul Snijder and Meta Festival invited me to talk to you about NFT communities. Whether you are an artist or just a producer, someone that likes to involve themselves into creating NFT projects, there's one thing that is essential to all projects, and that is building a sustainable community around your project. From moment one in the NFT market, a very interesting development happened based on social engagement. Where your typical community would involve themselves into the project and maybe hype up the team or wanted to keep on getting information from the project, we see now that it's become an essential part of selling out an NFT collection. And the reason is quite simple. You want to build up a hype, you want to build up an audience, and then you want to sell to that audience. However, it's also the community that makes that project worth something in the first place. So it's essential that your community is well committed to your project. However, something that doesn't happen that often in the NFT market yet is the amount of love given to that community. I mean, a lot of projects have this simple roadmap, this goal that they're working towards, whether it's building a movie, releasing an NFT magazine, releasing music, or organizing events. The community is always the second priority to a roadmap. And this is something that, to be honest, has to be changed in the future of NFT projects. We need to recognize more that the NFT communities make it all possible in the first place. And you see a lot of projects are still lacking that feature. And that's not simply due to the NFT projects themselves. Mostly it has to do with the development of different platforms. The most common platforms to use with building a community are by far Discord. Discord is one of those platforms where it's very easy to build a community and to keep informing your community. However, it is not really catered to the Web3 community. The whole idea of Web3 is that you have exclusive access to these communities. And even though there are ways to verify whether you are a holder of a community or not, it is still not essentially built for Web3. And this causes a little bit of a problem because it means that it requires way more efforts to keep this community engaged and to keep this community into extending and growing without the help from the mod team or a mod team or the production team behind it, essentially. And keeping up with basically a bunch of investors is really difficult. If you have a group that's over 10,000 people, how are you going to keep them all happy? They have a lot of questions, they want to know a lot of stuff, and this requires so much resourcing. So what do we do? How's the future going to look? Well, in order for communities to grow and expand and give more value to communities, we would need different applications. So you see that in the social market, a lot of new Web3 developments or Web3 platforms are being developed. And because of that reason, me and my team are also looking at this space. Like, how can we improve this engagement between the community, the project, but also the NFTs themselves? Because they play a big part in this community. However, the tools and the optimization is slim. They're a bit overqualified for what they're currently being used for. It's all super interesting. And with this 5 minutes of fame, I want to tell you that keep taking care of your communities. And if you are in a community, don't be afraid to demand a little bit more attention from the project owners, because it's an essential part as you make the project worth something and vice versa. I hope you like this bit about communities, and if you want to know more about communities, I'm personally developing a platform that is similar to Discord but has a lot more Web3 features. It is called Cloud Citadel, and it's basically reinventing the foundations on which communities are built. If you want to know more, go to cloudcitadel.com and contact me. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.